Happy, what is today? It's in May. Happy May 12th. Happy Mother's Day. Belated. Tuesday. I thought that
Steve,
Yes.
principal report.
Yes.
Kim, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, we are going to call
Yeah.
the regular meeting of the Easton Board of Education to order on May 12th, 2026 at 7:03 p.m. We're at Helen Keller Middle School Learning Commons, and all 6 members of the board are present. And our first item is or really our second item is to look at 2 minutes, approval of minutes from the April 6th and the April 21st, 2026 board meetings. We all agree they're beautifully drafted. Okay, seeing no changes, we'll deem these approved by consent agenda. Public comment.
Good evening. Ann Manesky, Morning Glory Drive. I've spoken at several meetings, and I just want to make the same comment that I have in other public forums, because I think the public, Easton residents need to know what's going on. And the issue with from November 4th elections to December 4th, that on December 4th, the Board of Ed met after several meetings to try to vote for a chairperson for the Board of Ed, and failed. I think it's 3 or 4 times. And by the statute, which Devin had mentioned at one of the first meetings, so November something, that the attorneys had given you the statute you need to follow. So section Connecticut General Assembly Statutes, Connecticut General Statutes, section 10-218 on officers and meetings. Each Board of Ed shall know not later than 1 month after the date on which the newly elected members take office, elect from its number a chairperson and a secretary of such board, and may prescribe their duties. So unfortunately, sometime before that, members of the Board of Education chose the vice chair. The vice chair. So magically, as I said in the meeting, position was created as a violation of the law. So the board was well within their rights to by the party once when it was in a tie, should have been chairperson and secretary. The tie right as the in the town of Easton board of selectmen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Move to board member comment.
Sure, I'll go. Thank you to members of the public who came tonight, both. Congratulations to every passage budget. Is it a tight one? I was very happy to see it pass. I'm also still very much dedicated to putting into our budget next fiscal that we were not able to include the other funding available. Still do want to see invested and expand. But we're all trying to do this in both and in ways that get us beyond sort of the maintenance cycle to something more. But congratulations on so.
Concerns regarding from the budget process with the first year in it. I have concerns regarding the public. I don't want to say inability, but the inability to access information that's available. Feel that I saw a comment, in person comment, chapter, things that are either just in our meetings, reported, or just historical data that is available on each time, in the budget or Easton's website. Minutes or, I guess maybe next week, but I know for parents where it, consistently pushing out like urging parents. Here's the budget, here's the like, and if you have questions, link to send us questions. Here are the answers to those questions. You all those topics. Let's see, like, it's shocking to the public. So some seem to have, they want to know more. So I don't know how we push that out a little here, but something's just out that kind of thing from the how. I think we're doing what we did. We're right there, and that failed our budget. And
It might be interesting to ask Sarah and all the metrics on how many visitors we had to.
Oh, you can get to it. Okay.
Yeah, because
yeah,
this is the as you over and over. This is our website. And, you know, there's right here that we referenced. Going to each of the town websites, or the Easton budget website, and this is all the information. So you click on the sheet, you can drill down and ask questions. Video, and then on the left side, here are all the so have brainstorming on how to get that out there, how to visualize the budget, and doing some creative things. Devin and I even brainstormed about let's go to Grosvenor, let's these and so on. But I'd love to see how the actual video. Right.
that was helpful. But yeah, maybe more.
Okay, I think it's hard to get parents at times because parents were first and non-parents. They try to put it, but I guess they don't need. I think observer.
Get on
Right, right. They did really, it was really. Yeah, so I think after we could do something like find out any of it would be very good.
Meetings. Meetings, they wildly, hardly attended and
recorded and we provide that too.
yeah, and
There
And
is
only force feed people the information.
But there is something in 5-6 years, maybe
it just
it's. I personally.
Honestly, it's actually.
yeah, it's like in your moments.
Yes.
You use the right point.
Right.
Is it the address or just like if I went on 10 times, would it be?
It will tell me. Well, I can.
I went on really.
I can. Of how many and not necessarily how long. So we can, we like, sit.
Congress made public comment.
Yeah.
And first of all, Kristen, I thought you terrific job on Easton Open Street. We have never, Board of Ed, it's never, it's not in law. 5 years. Never had to go to the Board of Selectmen to make it. That was the, yes, it was a tie, between, Board says, rather than involving a government that never been involved. That we kept it in-house. As far as the communal vice chair, it's not against, it's not to speak to it in the rules. So it's not, no one, out of the way to try to serve. We worked it out, and I think it worked out quite. And so, if we had some, I guess they can sort of,
Thank you for working that. Publicly.
Yeah, I think everybody, I think, thank you for addressing that, and I'm not on Facebook, but addressing it there too. And I just wanted to say thank you. We already had a high budget, and then with the additional healthcare expense, and then knowing also your budgets or have, I think they're cutting teaching positions and programming and all. Look at what's happening. In class and so I think that great community to see value and the services are providing, and I think we go into next year and the following years have to really look and see how do we not only take care of what we have for the future and I said the budget numbers, like the margin, a lot and talks about numbers and how I was track social things, and that seemed to bring out a lot of parents at 4 o'clock. So we had a few over stuff through it, basically that what we had all day. Yeah, and I think thankfully it was a sunny day. It made that easier. So really appreciate it. I think
The softball game, yeah.
We're staying together too.
Who won that game?
Staples wants to decide. What a big.
like whatever. That was great. But I also think it shows trust in the faith that the community has and the education the team we have. So I just want to say that happy we're here, happy teacher week. Last week again, thank you. If you've ever been in a school, you should go be a teacher. It's pretty amazing, both. We're going to move forward.
Good evening, everyone. First, I think we should provide an update on the Samuel Staples principal search. Provided you at the last meeting. Forward. Candidates coming for our first round to this Friday. Location to be determined. I need to talk with Dr. Clapp and the location I have, whether we can. The members of the committee, interview committee, myself, Isha, Devin, Joel, representing the PTO, parents, Jennifer Edwards, her faculty as a great teacher, Christine as a education teacher, Second Holroyd as a special. As a special. Sherry Dunn, the secretary, and great. Thank you so much for being involved in the process. We plan to start off the process at 8:30 in the morning with an overview of the materials and resumes. Develop. We would like to ask, we have some samples ready. Over a period of 3 to 4 hours. The objective that we narrow the field to about 2 or 3 candidates for round 2. The John Reed Middle School, where round 2 sits on the performance side, have 10 minutes left. We an additional 50 minutes of questions per round. First round is about 30 minutes, kind of to get to know the candidate. Second is a full hour, and even a round with a central team directing. So process. If you check your email today, you will receive an email from us regarding a parent regarding a survey. I just show you that we really already have 100 responses, which is great. And yesterday, I faculty over tables, and they helped develop the survey, which was really nice. So they had an opportunity. So the survey question simply asks which stakeholder you represent, and then this view. So please rate the following and have a level of importance. So the 4-point Likert scale from not important to extremely important. Strong communication skills, communicates well with staff, good decision making, accessible leadership, high on decision, plan all through community through school, and also the culture of how to take ownership of micromanagement. Serve as an advocate for community, comfortable sharing honest partner with district leadership, reforms, then occupation, experience working, studying, prior experience, building principle experience, system principle, prior experience in a that's like ours, and have a degree, first year as principal attention. Enhancing school climate for students, staff, parents, engagement, collaborative developing a system for preventing and managing challenging behaviours, developing and implementing collaboration between special education and SES and behaviour, and then what are the current challenges facing SESS and what's this. So as mentioned, there are 126. Just with the help of Gemini, a bit of artificial intelligence, to break down that data. And this data, this is the data that we're going to share with the committee. So you can see the staff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did this go out today?
Yeah.
You got so many responses?
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, a lot of people. They've had a stable leadership for a long time. They've committed the school is kind of nervous about next steps. But the data is really interesting. And again, delve deeper, but take a look essential personal qualities. I've never seen qualities look empathy. Right? It's like sometimes they're on different ends of the topic. Uh, they're someone who is very empathetic, but someone who HR, you know, the two things that are coming across. Right? Obviously, trust and advocacy really a lower, while still important, high end, a data informed approach relative to other quality. Okay. Professional qualifications. Obviously, the data is 3.4 million, 0.0 elementary. Someone they have to have elementary experience. It's really important because if a candidate goes their time in middle school or whatever, that's not what they're looking for. I can tell you from prior experience as a principal or assistant is valued. That's critical. History background. Degree is less important, which is frustrating. Degrees, I have mine, but it's not very important.
That is a principle.
That's amazing.
Maybe I'd love to be. And then I want to go and try to develop questions. Where should we focus in the principal's first year? Management. This kind of just went through. Behavior management, developing systems for preventing, managing, challenging behavior, top priority, school climate, special education collaboration, so and so on. So we've got some really good data.
You leaving this open?
This is open until Friday. We'll send out a reminder.
You did this in writing? What was your good response?
Um,
How do you know? The data, I figured you did it and it was informative, right? And same here, right?
118.
Ah.
So you've got to be by 8.
Hours.
5 hours. That was. This has been open now for 3 weeks. A month. So good. So any questions about this?
No.
All right, then we'll go over to your principal report.
Okay. Let's jump back to fun. Hope all is well.
You'll tell us in a minute.
In the event anyone in the room is interested, we are now up to 8 kindergarten stations. Started my preschool visits. Classrooms with lots of curious questions. So it's been a lot of fun. So we have students someone last to visit. So I want to share those of we are in this 26, 27 year. The grade 2 plays, oh my, they were fantastic. Play has been at San Staples for 30 years. And she takes enjoy kids through 3 costumes in this little Fox Sandora in it. Lots of voice necklace. She was so much fun. It's the great. At the end, just sincere gratitude. To consider budget and I guess this and have to do it's wonderful to hear. And speaking of the PTO, their this year was our teachers are out of the, and they, every collective idea and cuisine is traveling around the world. And at the end of the week, we this adorable travel bag, which a Samuel Staples luggage bag, hair brush, toothpaste set, granola bars, like all of these are useful. So connected to the theme. It was just so everybody just had so much the thing. I wanted to share the Unified Sports Program and long place with the help of this. And so we were able to in sports, Staples Elementary School, with the students. We reached out to parents if their children might be interested in us in your we teach Friday, 3 o'clock, the basis in the children who are volunteering. These wonderful activities and on their faces is wonderful. So I want to thank Christina, entire staff at the basis for it's really a wonderful thing to be so actively involved and appreciate it. It's great. A couple of months ago, that every year we poster contest. Together, never we knocked that fire poster contest. Just the first time. And in each of the counties, 2 girls selected county and told the costume fire game. We went up to Rocky Hill and had this incredible mission that we went away. Loved it. It did not win for the state. Selected to be part of the county. And they gave 100. So I do want to thank Skylar Sherwood for teaching us everything that program because it really means a lot to Jake. And so it's moving fast. So next week, it's out to our classroom. We're preparing for that adventure. So with the boys, yeah. It really is. There's nothing more special than first of all, see everything they do is not. It's light up over these activities that they do. Otherwise, stay with evening hikes, a lot of junk food. It's all kids food. It's really, I love it. And it's coming through. It's for
because she's so modest and self-deprecating, she would never say that. For to get unified sports, we have to raise some money in order to do that as well. And Mrs. Fox raises volunteers tank. The class that raises to help go towards unified sports. So I
think it's still pretty high. 4 classes.
Yes.
4 classes. Yeah.
But I yes, Liz has to do that happen. So that's grateful because of peers who are gonna things moving across the board. Yeah, it'll be fun. Really? I don't know. So
Everyone loves a good duct tape when you're not in the tank.
Like in the tank. My son is talks about with the weekend, it's like all he talks about all weekend. So it's such a great experience for every child involved. I hope we continue to do it and grow it and really thankful for Liz for just supporting that program. We're too proud for Pastor. The fifth graders. And I bring them food. I'm glad people will be there to support them, smell them. They just. Oh. Thank you. It's a big, Tuesday through Friday, so, the kids love it. It is a big learning experience for them.
Ms. Jill Barlow's actually walking through the walk graduation.
Little ways.
All right.
Good to see everyone. The time, it's been a while since the board, maybe January or so, for reasons. So I want to update you on a couple of things. I'll start with the eighth grade council. Trying to support their end of the year. This year they raised their voice, which makes it all table pancakes and pasta. But genius of this event is to so leave it all to the kids. Have to get donations for the materials, the theme, they decorate, they clean, they cook, they clean, yeah, and through all of that and recruit and sell tickets, all that work, they get this award and their kids want to train. So they have their year last week of school, they properly they take the so again. So all of this is all covered, all their fundraising efforts. They work hard and it's a great book. Kids that see a lot of that. It's not easy. Within a week, so they and so I just want to applaud that effort and so standing. Back in January, we made a presentation in this. We had a daughter of the Holocaust was here in town. She is always met with her home to do some Holocaust presentation. One of the key witnesses, Noah, nomination only for the Holocaust. And so she's crafted a wonderful presentation with about an hour. Mother and father's testimony, these committees and foundations, and then brought in some other facts. Her story is not, all the terrible things, but it's really a story of resilience. How do we overcome horrible events? For kids, no matter how hard it is, we have to look up. Look at strong and learning a lot. Keeping 100 kids' attention is a trick. Hudson did it. I don't think it spoke out of turn. So you figure out the entire time. So the event. She wouldn't take a dime. And so the student had a social in March, and proceeds, the profit that they gave relation to the Holocaust student education New York. Dollars and that's the name. I was encouraged for that back. Kids are just amazing. That's the I listen to the so upcoming, we're just kind of finalizing it actually even today. We have a great speaker headed here. Sorry, on I want you all to come to this weekend, May 27th. With Brooks kids, kind of psychology, resilience educator. Andy Moore and I have been using his years kids talk about how when you're in you have your own, it's a little bit of theme here with how those kids right not take the social aggressive social situations they sometimes find themselves in, and how do they kind of come out of that a little bit? So how do they have some tools to get back and make sure a little more aware of some of these dynamics too. So he is at 6 p.m. 27th. It'll be open to all families, board members, and Rachel, very energetic. If you look up the kids and look up really hope he's very great. It builds schema for what with how great. We're going to have three presentations on the 28th, one for faculty, so the training for faculty in the morning on the 28th, and it's going to be a separate paper. And ship up to the so therefore that so everybody will get a chance to get exposed to what's and build that into our understanding of how the adolescent brain works. That it really fits in nicely with the concept as well. So we're 6 o'clock is what we have now, but that could change yet. For 6 to we try to like get things in, but we're doing still home and have dinner. And 6 o'clock seems to be the right. Doing a training with Andy. That's gonna be great. And so that's all being paid for, by the way, through programs that Alicia's office of helpful us combined, and the PTO, if they could remain, so that works. Right. Then any other reports? I know you have them there on my report there, but I want to make sure you guys all feel personally invited to these things. There's a fifth grade parent orientation, we'll have board members in there. Fifth grade parent. Here. Full contact. Outside of our which we inside. The lovely, our maintenance is bringing inside that space. And then, of course, the big one is the closing ceremony. Right at 6 p.m. on Pond Field. Joe will get the large meeting on the board. But come to this great celebration. Ceremony. The event for their education. School students after they leave. And so we can focus on all that we've had from kids my year and all that, and have you all there as you guys made it all possible. These mark that again, it's great. We try to keep it for less than an hour. We won't there. We're just going to get finally, this last point for next year. Doing many now of students, the cast, the kind of scholar awards. We want to have those kids in their families here. Yeah, right. Or trusting and top academically, but they're also And we for parts of the in the school, giving them themselves and doing this one. So working. So it's sort of off that. So,
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes admin reports. We have a couple of other things that we're there and want to be involved with. And then we should.
Next. Here's where- For this meeting, there was a meeting, for the non-lapsing fund, for total Jack, I would be like, why not pay? Need that means that. Who wants to work on it? We had a meeting, it was our second, only our second meeting, and, we did recommend to forward the internet wiring project at Staples and middle school. Oh, God, what was the
Sure.
Well, that needs to be fixed here at, Keller. Here, so that stuff's getting more on the floor. We are expecting to get some state funds from an improvement plan, is the acronym for care.
Not a great name.
Well, it has nothing to do with the water issues. But, we are getting, nice bit of money from the state that we're gonna add to this fund and then start. For your Keller that there. We were joined by Director. Who also. Not only initially this, that we could also possibly tackle. One being water problem over by the boiler room. And exterior, there's two exteriors that need to be updated. So good progress and at the next meeting, June board meeting. Or sort of in the compilation report that we'd like to get on the top and some things for them. So, so far so good. And the internet wiring, now that we've said it, get done this summer. That's the plan. That's the not. Right? Yeah, it's long overdue, right? Right, yeah. And then we'll to, I know you got it.
Yeah, the joint operations, not policy, but operations management, or ER. And but we don't have anything on. We have discussion. Joint as opposed to joint up. And we went through a number of changes in the in our rules, in our regs, slight revision. Your change, we it's good, and we're gonna continue that. Megan Benish is taking over the leadership of that group from the department. So we will continue growth.
That's how I got it.
And with that, we'll be doing the calendar and finishing up all parts of the this seems to have since the beginning. And it will put it to 20 from the
And curriculums meeting, right?
Curriculum committee. 6 o'clock. May 28th. It's before the hybrid meeting.
6.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right, it's the 26th.
Oh, so we're doing it right before.
Before the running board event meeting. Or on June 9th.
And we'll get those in advance, maybe not,
Not the-
okay, 15 minutes before. So we can do.
So yeah, we can send them. There we go. Okay, great. Right, we'll move to discussion and possible action. So you received later than you should have, the PE curriculum. Alicia and Marcus.
Reminder, if you're on the third a while, this is just the physical education curriculum. We've already previewed, if you're on the committee. The full board here in the making, started even before we started education. About 2 writers, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and the standards and the healthy and balanced framework, which will portion. Our PE staff are doing education and health. We'll be teaching this and our about per week for health to be with the elementary team administrators discuss how health and the work done by the physical education since they sort of health in this area. Here to review our standards, state and national. We decided to the national instead of using state standards are old. And the state of Connecticut will be updating their for the national, originally the national standards. We created together, which is national standards to make sure that we didn't have any gaps in the previous curriculum that we had written. We were time that set us up for PE and health, which is 2 times a week. And writing to help all lessons produce audit with the administrative. Now the K-12 vertical alignment in the grade level bands, and then so K to 2, 3 to 5, 8, K to 8. So that the standards are building on each. Or here it was brought to our attention. Example in lesson over 3 years. Review both in PE and health had writers. They were going to talk about what's the addition, and then what's another addition to ramp it up. Great. We also to Artie, who is C discusses standards with the entire team of his teachers and through the healthy balance framework. We had 2 writers for physical education, which job this long time because they have the opportunity to talk. I think this is really to Kim Fox Cora. They get hit really hard. Major focus for this curriculum, which kids are all right now. Yeah, handout and being able to talk. To watch. That's the curriculum. What? So here's some of the shifts that we talked about in the committee for board curriculum progression. So the curriculum environments where there's a focus on developing skills. Doing personal space. And by third and fifth grade, into applying the skills within dynamic general space, which are stationary defenders. So we're not the kids towards them, but like how to maneuver attacks. Skill refinement applications, there's a focus on a role. And middle school, obviously, we're building up combined skills and strategies like catching up, wall run, group or veering shot force to prevent opponent from staying move. And then there's fitness knowledge is from sixth grade and can express based on themselves so that they can improve and make that. And the eighth grade curriculum has overload and as a role of flexibility in order to prevent injury. And there's explicit teaching level. So as I spoke about self each unit of study, teachers will do that. If I'm ready to show from the lips of my senior in high school, who was a major focus in this, along with Kristen, leadership partner, they vetted all of this curriculum, met with done in grade, changing some grade was taught at that, and they even have some talking to the training board about that, which is really exciting. So that's the power of how curriculum can training and provide more opportunities. So that really is the gist of K-5. Our fitness, dance, and cooperative games. About dynamic versus prevention, overload at a higher level. Choreography to express emotions. These performance-based. So if you have the opportunity to go to the section where the performance assessments are, and you'll see how at a deeper level. Then necking, invasion games, sports, and are also a part of that curriculum. And pretty much that is having a education. So I think that nothing came up for us. Large changes in really understanding the standards, building up our James.
We just get a motion to approve.
And this was just approved and ready.
Just approved and running, yeah.
I'm looking for a motion to approve. If they agree, if you need for.
So
Yes. I'll. Pass it.
Okay.
Right, I think we're gonna pass it to. Here.
So let's start with our. Yeah, so it's a good place to start. And so, the good news for us is that our at approximately 190,000, and that is really fantastic. And so that we did on March 26th of our budget of 5. That does and also get us into the so with the cap now in the budget for May, we have $500,050.64 budgeted.
that is
And
that
so-
is that 476, 470.
Right. Yes, and so we are in at 90 per month, which would be
as you can take a look, average claims, they've been much higher this year, but typically they've come in at that. So I'm very hopeful that the ending um, at zero, or we can take that and make some decisions that into the health of. So that's where we are with our health report. So then that ties back to our budget object summary. And again, I sometimes be a little bit because of the structure, new director, interim director has been really thinking and re-envision that looks for next year, but this year, I think we're looking in a positive net position between, I would say, positive position between, I'm going to say two. There again, I don't first of all, don't know what's going to as I was looking through, it's only May, and sub coverage are so more towards the center. That's fine. Our other that I'm watching closely to the special education. And that's is there any questions? I'm very hopeful. I'm very.
I hope.
We will see. Nobody's taking everyone to dinner.
That's right. We're gonna be living on.
For the not.
Where's the update?
I don't
There's
know.
no action necessary. Yeah, I mean, really, the town's funds.
Right.
But it's our decision. It's our decision to use it.
The motion of a Ethernet line project.
Yeah.
Right.
So do I have a motion to approve recurring maintenance fund for the engine, fire and boiler up to
$200,000.
$200,000.
We're gonna be.
We made two motions in our meeting, and we also make applied for at some point. But I don't think we need to do a certain motion.
Yeah.
So just a motion.
Well, we did motion it. And we did.
But I don't.
I'm happy the budget passed.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Supposed to accept the recommendation of the committee. Each kind of placement project for the total amount of $215,000. Do I have a second? All in favor? Any motion passes?
Well, we have. We have to use the grid
I don't
before.
remember what it said. It was a motion to apply the funding towards the capital work project.
Yeah.
The amount of 65. We'll take that.
I refer. 215 out of 250, take whatever balance. And put. We'll get that done.
$5,000 of the non-recurring maintenance fund to replace the casualty, the health. Great. Yeah, we're making progress. Alicia, favor? 0. Do we have a motion? Second? Second, Joe? Gotcha. All in favor? All right. 8. Oh. But I'm okay with it, to be fair. I do too. I know.
Oh,